So, the teaser for Valorant's new map, Breeze, was leaked, and, being curious and impatient, we wanted to see what it would look like and how the map would be played. So we decided to analyze every frame of the teaser and put together a rough outline of the map. If you're watching this video after the map is already out, or just want to jump straight to our thoughts on how the map's going to play out, the timestamps will be on screen now. Without further ado, let's get into the map tour. First up, attackers spawn. When you spawn in on T side, you'll have the option to go through the triple archways into this open area overlooked by heaven. Attackers can go up there using the ropes, and we think these stairs might also lead there, but it's impossible to know for sure from the teaser. Besides heaven, you also have the option to go to A long via this tunnel, which the stairs might be connected to instead. This will lead you to A side, where defenders can hold a lot of angles. There are a ton of boxes to hide behind, and the huge structures in the middle of sight will be interesting to play around. Other points of interest around sight include a button-controlled door, like in Ascent, this little indentation in the ground seen here, which if you stand inside will put your head slightly off headshot height, and a bridge at the back of sight, seemingly connected to the room with the controlled door. From here, double door leads to mid, and we assume this room leads to heaven that we saw earlier. Moving into mid, we can see that there's a ton of open space, and we can expect a lot of operator battles to go down here. Defenders will be able to enjoy great lines of sight from the double window, and will be able to hold mid pretty well if they're not smoked off. Aside from the double window, you'll also be able to push further into mid and hold it more aggressively to contest enemy map control. You'll want to do this to get better angles on the enemy hiding behind the central ornament. An important part of mid that we can foresee is the drop down seen here. You'll have access to it from the heaven area from before, and depending on the height, it might even be possible for agents like Jet and Omen to make their way up from below. This drop down seems to be the gimmick for Breeze. Overall, mid looks like it'll be hectic, and we wouldn't be surprised to see teams battle for control over it. Heading further down, we can see that bottom of mid has a long corridor leading to 2 points of interest, B window and B site itself. B window can be approached from a couple different places, and seems reminiscent of middle window on Haven, looking onto B site. We can probably expect a lot of post-plant scenarios hinge around this area, so it seems like an important choke point. Finally, B looks like an interesting site, as there seem to be a lot of points of entry. First, from B window, as we mentioned, from mid, upper mid, and CT. Now, we may have gotten this part wrong, but it will probably look something like this. For starters, B has a ton of places the defenders can sit and hide in, from the central ornament to the low walls around the site, so attackers will need to be thorough when clearing sight to avoid nasty surprises. Now that we've gone through the map layout, let's see how we think Breeze will be played, and some of the things to keep in mind when hopping into the map for the first time. First up, as you might have gathered, the map is a lot wider and more open than we're used to seeing in Valorant. It completely contrasts the almost claustrophobic feelings that other maps have, and we're excited to see how the meta develops. Breeze will most likely be a great map for lurkers, and the large-sized bomb sites, along with the variety in entry points, will allow for more interesting takes and deeper, more diverse strategies. Almost every spot can be played in multiple different ways. For instance, on mid, defenders can switch up their positions and angles almost every round. And if we're right about this connection between heaven and this area, attackers will have some really interesting options to traverse the map. So, what do you think the map will play like? Let us know in the comments, and be sure to subscribe for more Valorant related content. Thanks for watching.